So I hope you're well and having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, are we shocked? We have another book haul. Are we surprised? Were we expecting it? Let's be honest, I spend far too much money and time book shopping on books. I absolutely love just buying books. It brings me so much joy, and to be honest with you, I'm filming this video so it kind of is justifiable that I've gone and bought more books, because my TBR, she is not going down. Like, my TBR is so ginormous, and actually thinking about how much money I've spent on all these books in probably about 2 years makes me feel a little bit physically sick. However, we are going to look past that and we're going to look at the positives about how much joy this situation brings me. So I have got today 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 18 books to share with you. Did I need to buy 18 books? Absolutely not. However, a lot of these were, no, that's a lie, actually, no, they weren't, but a lot of these now you can get in the works, so I feel like it's okay. I'm allowing myself a few of these, but I definitely didn't need to buy any of them, let's be honest. As always, if you guys haven't yet subscribed, please make sure you do. I upload a lot of book content, lush content, a few vlogs in between, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. But let's dive in to the book haul. I really need a book buying ban, but let's just be real, it's just never going to happen. But anyway, let's go. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, carry on watching. So the first book I picked up is part of a series. This is the third book in a series. Now you're going to sit there and ask me, Melody, have you read book 1 and 2? The answer is no. The simple answer is no. The more complex answer is I am the sort of girl that will buy an entire series before reading book 1. It's a bad habit to be in, it's an expensive habit to be in, and it's a very dangerous habit to be in, but do I care? No, I do not. The first book I picked up was Our Fault by Mercedes Ron. I heard so much about My Fault, and I believe it is a film. I think it might be in Spanish, I'm not sure. I haven't yet watched it, but apparently it's meant to be really, really good. I have just bought all 3 books because I'm really excited to read about it. I love the cover. To be honest, you guys know me, I'm definitely a buy a book by its cover kind of girl. I know you shouldn't, and I definitely have read a few books that I didn't like based on the covers, to be honest, but I am excited to dive into the series. Do I know what it's about? No. I'm going to hold up the back for you guys though if you guys want to have a little read. I don't want to read it because I don't want to spoil books 1 and 2, but I'm excited to dive in, and this is the first book I bought. I got it from Waterstones and it was $8.99. Similarly, the next book I picked up is the second book in a series. Have I read book 1? No. We're just going to pretend like we're not shocked about this situation anymore, but I bought this one from Waterstones because this is the exclusive edition where it's got the sprayed edges, but this is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. I have heard that the first book in this series is very emotional, very heart-wrenching, and I'm hoping to do like a read sad books for a week kind of video at some point, so I've been saving that book, but I thought I would pick this one up because it did have these sprayed edges. It was an exclusive edition, but you can get this in the works as well, and it is £5 in the works. So this one was $8.99. Did I need to spend the extra £4 for the sprayed edges? Yes, I did. So yeah, that is the second book, and again, I don't particularly know what this story is about. All I know is that the first book is very, very emotional, and I will hold up the back again. If you guys want to have a read, you're more than welcome, but you guys know me, I don't really like to read the backs, especially if it's like a series that I haven't started yet. I refuse to spoil it. So that is the second book I picked up. Next up is a book which I picked up from the works, and this is a book which I actually own already, which you're probably thinking, Melody, why have you repurchased a book you already own? It's just a part of my personality trait at this point. However, this is the paperback of Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. This is currently in the works. It's got some beautiful sprayed edges as well, and this one was £5, and I thought, you know what, I just need to get it because I have every other Colleen Hoover book in paperback. Your girl needs to have this in paperback, let's just be honest. I do love a hardback, but I think that because most of my kind of collection, so say, is in paperback, I needed to get this and needed to get it. But the actual sprayed edges are just beautiful. I love the cover, and to be honest, I actually really liked Heartbones. I thought it was such a beautiful story, and I didn't expect to love it, I'm not gonna lie, especially now that my reading has kind of gone from reading Colleen Hoover to reading other authors, reading a lot of dark romance. I didn't really expect a lot, but I loved this book. It was so good, and I highly recommend it. If you guys like Colleen Hoover's style of writing, you might thoroughly enjoy this one. I just really loved it. So I picked it up in paperback. Am I trying to justify it? Yes. Am I mad about it? No, I'm actually really excited about it. So that is the third book I bought. If you guys saw my book haul back in March, you would have seen that I picked up All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata, but in the new cover, and I did have this one on order and it has come. This is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Now, I mainly bought this because Larry Reed said that this was her favourite Mariana Zapata book. So Larry, you're never going to watch this video, but if you stumble upon it maybe like 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, this is completely your fault, and I'm so excited to read it. So this is what this one is about. Again, I'm not going to read the back because I just really don't want to spoil it, but I'm obsessed with the cover. I absolutely love the look of the new covers. I had these both books actually on my Amazon wishlist for probably well over a year, so I had to pick this one up when I saw it. I had to get it on order, and I'm so excited that I finally have it, so I cannot wait to read that one. Next up, I have 2 books by Mia Sheridan. Now, if you guys watch my book hauls on a regular, you will know that I do have a lot of Mia Sheridan's books. I'm yet to really dive in and kind of read her whole backlist, but I am slowly collecting all the books. So we have Kyland and we have Stinger, I think it is. I absolutely love the look of these covers. I mainly picked them up because of the covers, if I'm honest, especially this one. It just looks so beautiful, but to be honest as well, her books aren't overly long, so they're a really nice like palette cleanser, especially if you like to read a chunkier book. Something like this is a really good one to kind of read in between. And again, if you guys want to read the back, I will hold them up for you so you can have a little pause and have a read. Honestly, I'm just so excited to dive into all of her books, if I'm honest, but I absolutely, again, love the covers. Did I need them? No, but I picked them up, and these were from Waterstones, and they were $9.99 each, so obviously a more expensive kind of option compared to the Works, but the Works didn't have them, so I had to pick those up. If you guys didn't know, Monica Murphy has a big book series, which is the Lancaster Prep series, and she recently released this one, which is Lonely for You Only, and this is a Lancaster family novel. Firstly, can we just talk about how beautiful this book is? Secondly, obviously all the other books do have really beautiful covers. Now, do mine all match? No. Am I a little bit fuming about it? Yes. But I'm really excited about this one. So I did get this one from Waterstones as well. However, you can actually pick this one up from WH Smith's in the 2 for £14 deal. So definitely have a look in there. Again, feel free to have a little read of it. This is obviously part of a series which, shock horror, I haven't started yet, so I don't really want to read the back, but I've heard so many good things about this series and I cannot wait to dive into it. But the only thing I hate about this, obviously it has got that really annoying like fake sticker on it which you can't peel off, and it just really gets to me. But other than that, I'm very excited to dive into this one. This one was $8.99, and again, I got it from Waterstones, but you can get it from WH Smith's. Another book is a book which, again, I do already own, but I own it in the hardback. I didn't actually realise this was coming out in paperback until I went into the Works the other day. It also has got sprayed edges, which, let's be honest, is just a complete game changer for me. However, this is Happy Place by Emily Henry. Now, I really loved Happy Place. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was just such a wonderful book, and she has got another book coming out which is called Funny Story, but obviously I have her other 3 books, which is Beach Read, You and Me on Vacation and Book Lovers, all in the paperback, so I needed this one to match to kind of go with the collection. I will keep the hardback because I think the hardback that I have also has sprayed edges, so I am very excited about that, and I'm just excited to have this one, and this one was only £5, so I felt like it was kind of a no-brainer. I had to pick it up to go with my collection. Again, if you guys haven't read happy place. I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the story. I know a lot of people have definitely said this is a Marmite book, like so many people have loved it, but a lot of people hated it. So I would love to know down below if you've read this book, what did you think? Let me know in the comments. Another semi-recent release, I mean I say semi-recent, I think this came out in February, so it's not really that recent anymore, but that is Tessa Bailey's Fangirl Down. This one I believe is a golf romance, which is very interesting. I have never read a golf romance before. I am kind of getting into my sports romance era, which I absolutely love, but golf, I don't know how I feel about that, so I'm really excited. I did get this one from Waterstones when it came out, but the works do have it now for £5, so make sure you have a look in there. Again, I don't really want to read too much into this one, but again, I know it's a golf romance, mainly from the really beautiful cover. You can kind of get the gist of the situation. I'm really excited to dive into this one. I've really enjoyed Tessa Bailey's books. The only thing I find with Tessa Bailey's books that I absolutely hate is they never have a good flop. Like, there is no flop on this book, so it's just very uncomfortable to read. However, if it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'll probably read it on there anyway. But yeah, very excited about this one. Again, I'm excited to read a different kind of romance, so I'm looking forward to that. A few weeks ago, I got to meet up with my friend Ben, and we popped into town and went through all the bookshops, had a really nice coffee, and it was just so lovely. So we went into WH Smith's, and they have their 2 for £14 kind of pound deal on. It's basically always on, if I'm honest, and I saw that they had the Stolen Air by Holly Black. I have the first 3 books in this series, and I really wanted to pick this one up, but it only came out in hardback for a very long time. So I saw this and I thought, you know what, let's just pick it up. I'm in that kind of book buying mood, not like I needed to buy more books, but I thought, you know what, let's just pick it up and add it to the collection so I have it ready to read. And because it was part of the 2 for £14 deal, obviously I couldn't just get one book for £10 because the girl math in my head would be that I'm wasting money. So I thought, you know what, let's pick up this book. And I've had this book on my radar for a really long time, and I've been putting it off, to be honest, because it instantly just doesn't seem like a bit of me, but it has so many good reviews on Goodreads, and I've heard every single person who's read this book tell me it's incredible. And that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I have just been very intrigued by this book. However, the actual idea of it didn't interest me, I'm not gonna lie, but I've heard so many good things. I think, do you know what, I need to read it for myself because it's clearly incredible. Again, I will hold up the back because I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this. I have had it on my kind of radar for a while, and I'm just intrigued. Those are the 2 books I bought in WH Smith's for the 2 for £14 deal. So they have some really good books in at the moment. Obviously the works is still cheaper, but if you don't have like other works near you, or there's not certain books in there that you want, definitely check out WH Smith's because they have some good ones in at the moment. The next book is one I picked up from the works as well, and that is The Catch by Amy Lee or Amy Leah, I'm not too sure. I just was really intrigued by this one. It looks like a really wholesome, really cute kind of fisherman romance, which I really enjoyed. I actually read It Happened One Summer, which is sort of similar, I think, in that kind of aspect, so I'm excited to read this one. Again, this is the back so you guys can have a read. I'm just really intrigued to start reading some of Amy's work. I have got Is It Set on You and X's and O's, I think, by the same author, which I'm excited to read as well, so I'm looking forward to this one. And it seems to be about a social media content creator and a fisherman. So excited about that, and that was £5 also. While I was in the works, I also had to pick up the new book by Frida McFadden, which is The Teacher. I haven't read a lot of Frida's work, I'm not gonna lie. I've read The Housemaid and I've read The Housemaid's Secret, both of which were absolutely phenomenal. I gave them both 5 stars. I could not put them down. So I just knew I had to pick this one up. I have recently also bought a couple more by Frida McFadden. I put them in my most recent kind of haul video. So if you guys haven't seen my March haul video, make sure you check it out. But I saw that this one had come out and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to pick it up. Again, I'm not going to read the back. I'm literally going to go into it blind because with thrillers and things like that, I just love to go into it blind. There's no other excuse for this one. This one was also £5 and I'm excited to dive into it because I really really just love Freida McFadden so much. Her books just always have me literally gasping on the floor, so love that. The next two books I definitely did not need to purchase. I bought them both from the works for £5 each, so I am slightly justifying it in that sense. However, I actually do already own the first two of these books. I bought the third one from Waterstones, I think a few months ago when it came out, and then I realised that the publishers have changed, so they don't match, the sizes don't match, the finish doesn't match, so I had to go out and buy book 1 and 2 again and buy them in the matching covers. So it is very likely that I will put up the first two books on Vinted. So if you guys don't follow me on Vinted, make sure you have a little look. It's always in the description, and I'm always putting books on there, so definitely check it out. But I had to pick up The Right Move and Mile High by I cannot speak, Liz Tom Ford, because the third one that I bought, which was Caught Up, I think it's called, was this beautiful kind of finish. It was this size and it just didn't match my others, so I had to get the first two in the same sort of editions. I don't know what these are about, to be honest with you. I know that they're kind of spicy romances. I'm pretty sure they're sports romances maybe. I've heard some incredible things about them, so I had to buy them in the matching covers because the fact that the spines didn't line up was just driving me insane. So I bought these both from the works, so make sure you check out on there. I did have to get one of them online though because I couldn't find the other one in my store, so I always look on the website and they have some really good books in at the moment. This pile is gonna fall over. But anyway, moving on. Again, if you guys watched my March book haul, you will know that I mentioned this book in that haul because I have had this book on my Amazon wish list, I think for maybe 2 years now, and I don't know why, I just didn't pick it up for ages, and I thought, you know what, sod it. So I bought it and I'm so excited, and that is the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. I have heard so many incredible things about this book. It really just put me off because it is absolutely ginormous, let's be honest. It is, let me see how many pages, 683 pages long. However, it is technically 5 books in one, so can you count that as 5 books on your Goodreads? I feel like you could, but it is definitely a chunky book. This one, I believe, is about a girl who is a serial killer, and she starts seeing this guy who is the FBI agent who's trying to find out basically who's committing all these kind of murders, but it's actually her. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about. I'm very, very excited about it. I've heard just some incredible things about this book, and I've heard that because it is 5 books in one, it's such an easy, quick read. So I'm so excited to dive into this one. Again, I will hold up the back so you can have a little read of it. I'm probably going to go into it blind, to be honest, and I love the cover. Like, it's giving me weird Twilight vibes. So I'm very excited about that one. I just can't wait to read it, and I'm just so excited to finally own this because I've wanted it for so long. So I feel like this was a really justifiable purchase. Did I need to buy it? No, but I'm thoroughly excited about it, so yeah. And last but definitely not least, we have a book which is available in the works as well, and it is £5, and that is Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. Now, have I read books 1 to 4? Absolutely not. They are still on my shelves. I really just want to kind of binge this series, so I've been saving it for like a special occasion almost. I have just heard some incredible things about this book, so I just trust everybody else's opinion that this book is amazing, so I bought it, I'm not gonna lie. And obviously, if you guys have watched me for a while, you will know that I actually bought the entire Magnolia Parks kind of series like maybe a year or so ago when they had the sort of special covers, and I didn't realise that Jessa Hastings was still going to release those covers, so now I have both versions in my possession. Am I mad about it? Absolutely not, because this cover is just, I can't even tell you, like, I absolutely love this edition so much. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the funny thing is I'm probably gonna read this for free on my Kindle anyway, so the fact I have 2 editions is almost irrelevant. Like, I don't need these, but I'm really excited to have them, and I just love these covers so much that when I have my book library one day, we're manifesting it, I'm going to have them all on display because they are absolutely stunning. So yes, that is the final 2 books I've bought, and I really do need to go on a book buying ban because I bought far too much recently. So I'm not mad about it, but I definitely need to save some money, so we're just going to pretend that this didn't happen. So those are all of the books I have bought recently. I would love to know down below, what books have you bought recently, or have you read any of these books? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Also, as always, if you guys haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. I would love to have you join my corner of the internet, and we are nearing 11,000 subscribers, so if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And that is everything. I love you guys so incredibly much. I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.